Many years ago, Kamsi discovered how his mother killed his father's first wife. Benson Okoma was a successful businessman in the city of Umoba. Benson is married to Ifoma, and their union produced two children, a boy and a girl, Abigail and Somto. Few years later, Benson's business started having issues which he could no longer manage in the city of Umoba, and he decided to relocate with his family to his own village, Okpu community. 6 months later, his wife Ifoma became very sick, and Benson took her to the village health center. Ifoma's condition became worse despite the treatment given her at the community health center. Benson, her husband, decided to take her to the city of Umoba, to Fumbi Hospital. Fumbi Hospital was Benson's family hospital before he relocated to the village. Nurse Frida was one of the best nurses in Fumbi Hospital, and she was a family nurse to Benson. She liked Benson before Benson left to the village. On seeing Benson again, Nurse Frida was so excited that he rushed and hugged Benson. Benson narrated to Nurse Frida about Ifoma, his wife's sickness. Nurse Frida assured Benson that she will make sure his wife, Ifoma, received the best treatment in Fumbi Hospital. Nurse Frida took Benson to the hospital director and applied that she should be attached to take personal care of Ifoma. The hospital director, seeing how happy Benson is to that decision, approved that Nurse Frida should be assigned to take care of Ifoma. Nurse Frida liked Benson so much and had always wishes that Benson marries her. She said to herself, this is an opportunity for her to bring her desires to reality. One day, Nurse Frida, out of joy, sitting in the office, wrote in her diary of how she would soon become Benson's wife by killing Ifoma. Benson handed everything about his wife's treatment over to Nurse Frida and was coming every week to see his wife, Ifoma. On one of Benson's visits to the hospital, Nurse Frida could no longer wait to get herself on Benson and decided to carry out what she wrote in her diary, which is to kill Ifoma. So one night, Nurse Frida decided to overdose Ifoma, and Ifoma died that night. Benson, who at this time was in his village with his children, Abigail and Sonto, who are still 6 years old and 4 years old, received the news of Ifeoma, his wife's death. He cried bitterly. The next day, he hurriedly visited the hospital. He cried in the hospital, and Nurse Frida was consoling and comforting him, while saying to herself, "I will soon become your wife." 1 week later, Benson buried his wife Ifeoma in his village, Okpo. 2 weeks after Nurse Frida visited Benson, she told Benson that due to the love she has for him and his children, that she will be coming around to help take care of him and his young children. Benson joyfully accepted, not knowing the intention of Nurse Frida. Nurse Frida succeeded seducing Benson into having an affair with her. She became pregnant. Benson, at this point, decided to marry Nurse Frida. The marriage produced 2 children, Kamsi and Ebube. The children of the late first wife, Ifeoma, Abigail and Sonto, and children of Nurse Frida, Kamsi and Ebube, grew together as brothers and sisters, loving each other, knowing that they are not from the same mother. 20 years later, Nurse Frida's son, Kamsi, was searching for his school material and decided to check in his mother's room. He stumbled into an old diary and decided to open it. He was shocked to read in the diary how his own mother, Nurse Frida, killed his father's first wife. He became so quiet for days as he was so scared of what his father will do to his mother on hearing the information. Kamsi could no longer bear it. He hated his mother for killing the father's first wife. He said to himself, "I will tell my father. Let my mother suffer for her sin, should my father decide to punish her." In the cool of the evening of the next day, Kamsi went to his father and told him what he saw and handed over to Benson the diary. Benson became very angry and called his wife, Nurse Frida, to come immediately. "Did you kill my wife, Ifeoma?" he shouted. Nurse Frida could not move as she trembled with fear. Benson gave her the diary to read. On seeing the diary, she started crying and confessed that she killed Ifeoma with overdose of drugs. Benson drove her and her children out of his house. The children of the first wife, Abigail and Somto, pleaded with their father Benson to bring them back as they grew up loving each other. Benson later agreed, but told his children that he can only bring back Kamsi and Ebube. 1 week after, Benson brought back Nesfrida and her children. Benson explained to Nesfrida that he has forgiven her but cannot live with her anymore. Benson took in Kamsi and Ebube and asked Nesfrida to move on with her life, as he could not live together with a murderer. Nesfrida left the community weeping. Abigail and Somto hugged each other in tears as they watched Nesfrida leave. Do you think some people still have conscience? Thank you for watching this story. Please let me know what you think about this story and share with me what morals you could pick from this story. So please do well to share with your loved ones and like this story also. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you've not done so, until I bring another story to your way. Bye.